Hey guys, what's going on? Today I have got the locker pack from RYU. You see that minimal little branding? Can you see that? It just says RYU. Hadouken. This is a really interesting, innovative bag from a company in Vancouver, Canada. Very sort of like future tech with a little bit of old world materials. There's some very innovative stuff that they're doing here. Now I'm gonna show you every single nook and cranny of this bag, but first, here's my gist on it. First of all, I would like us to pay attention to the very sleek look here, okay? Very sleek, very slim line. It's like a little jetpack or something on you, right? It's like kind of Mission Impossible. I am 5'10", okay? And this is the way the bag looks on me. I normally hike it up a bit, so some of you might have it down a little lower. I like it high and tight. So a very sleek look. I think it is very stylish. It fits really well with any of you who were like, you know, the kind, yeah, if you put your name on the list to get one of those Teslas, like you'd love this bag. If you're like interested in the future and like not afraid of technology, like this bag is pretty, you like the look of this bag. So number one, it's got a sleek look. Number two, it's got some killer internal organization, right? Just solid stuff that you'll use from day to day. I'll be showing you that in a moment. Just for now, know that the internal organization and my use as I was using it was actually kind of remarkable. Number three, solid capacity. You can fit a lot in this sucker. Okay, because of that internal organization, hug some of your stuff to the front of the bag, hug some of your stuff to the back of the bag. You've got a laptop compartment in the back, quick access up top. So that leaves sort of the inside of the bag for whatever you have for your riffraff, your things that you need to throw in. Number four here, we've got some very solid materials, specifically this leather up top. I mean, this stuff is really nice. There's also, the straps are made from leather, I believe. And they're interesting. It's almost like, it's good. I like it. The straps, like, you see how they're like really thin up at the top, but then they branch out, they get wider where you need it. Honestly, like I don't find myself needing padding because the strap itself takes whatever weight's going on, disperses it, right? That's what makes a strap comfortable, and this leather does a really good job of that. And then this material here, I really like the feel of. It feels like an old world, more like a cotton, a canvas type of deal. I will say one thing though, that it does pick up dog hairs and like little hairs, it picks hairs up. And that can be kind of a bummer, honestly, if you don't live in like a uber modernist, you know, like dust-free village. That honestly could get kind of crappy over time. I wouldn't be surprised if they update the texture or the fabric that they're using on this over time, maybe just for that. I don't know. In my experience, I am noticing a lot, partly because I have like wool carpets, like natural wool carpets, and little bits of it gets up on that. But that's number four, is quality materials. Even though you get some fuzz and stuff on it, this stuff is made really well. This company has designed something dope. Not only is it innovative, but then they implemented it. They made it really well. Except for one thing, okay? The bag, number five, the bag is comfortable, except for one thing. You can see down here at the bottom, can you see this little curve? This little, let me see if I can pull these straps away and help you to see. There's a little curve in the bag right there. Let's go like that. You see that? There's like a little lip that kind of comes down on the bottom of the bag. Well, that little lip actually digs and puts pressure right on your lower back. It doesn't feel like it's supposed to do that. It feels like this is supposed to be a flat back panel, and this is the easiest thing in the world to fix by adding a more rigid back panel, even if it's just on the bottom of it. But as it is, the whole thing, like, look, as it stands up, like it kind of stands by itself in some areas, but it's pulling this whole thing like to be cockeyed like that, which makes it go straight into your back, right? And it's not that big of a deal, but I did notice it when I was out and about. It was like just this hard this hard thing going right into my back. Just a one little. Now I hate to dig on a bag that impresses me across the board on that one little thing, but to be honest, like that's kind of a bummer. So ultimately, I see in this bag a company who's making very intelligent decisions, very thoughtful decisions about their materials, about their design, because how you access this bag is unlike anything I've ever used or seen before. Okay, so let's get into it. You see this strap right here, right there, and right there. I think that's why they call this the locker pack, because those sort of lock the whole thing shut. You'll see that the lid has this, it goes over the front panel. So anything that comes, water, moisture stuff that comes down from the top is just gonna drain past where all of the seams are. Like there's zippers back in here, meaning you can have access to the bag from the front of the bag, but those zippers are up, hidden away. They have a lip that goes over, so the moisture, if it does its job right, I haven't been in thorough rain with this thing yet, will just kind of go over those pockets. The same thing on the back. Very awesome little compartment back here. This is where you have your laptop. Magnets. How do they work? You've got a flap back here with magnets, computer case, quick access pocket. Show you that in a second. Okay, so when I have my little straps clipped in, you can't get into this thing, right? But when I do open that up, then this whole thing folds back, and check this out. Zippers that go just about all the way down, and look at that thing, man. Dope. Now, I love this. See how there's some dimension in this pocket? They made it so that it kind of contours around here. And their mesh pocket takes advantage of that. It has sort of a rigid mesh on the outside here with the zipper, meaning that this pocket has dimension. That's where I put my always need you, never want to see you. It fits right inside, bada boom, bada bing, like that. And now it's like hidden away. It's always there when I need it. It's never in the way when I don't need it. I love that little pocket. I found it to be delightful to use. You'll see there are some mesh pockets here. A smaller one up top. Both of them have zippers on them. A bigger one on the bottom. My whole iPad Pro almost fits inside that. I was hopeful that I could put my iPad Pro here and that would fix my problem on the outside of the bag by having a rigid thing down there. Unfortunately, it does not. Okay, so I've got my MacBook charger here in the top one. I've also just thrown my journal in horizontal because it doesn't fit like this. Or I could do this, but then that falls all the way down below there. So going horizontal like that is the best way that I found to do it. Then my iPad Pro, which I'll pull out there, big old zippered thing. You could probably fit your business papers in there. Your business papers, man. Then on either side here, there is this side and this side, there is a little water bottle compartment type thing, right? On one side, I put my water bottle. On the other side, I threw my sunglasses in a case. Bada bing. Okay, so look at this. This is very simple organization. There's not that many bells and whistles. So why did this feel so good to use? Because of the size of these sorts of things. You know what? This is like the right size for internal organization like this. You can see this pocket here. It's big enough, goes all the way across. It's not too big, keeps stuff at the top of the bag, and it's tight. It holds that stuff in. It's not a big floppy mesh thing. It's tight, though it does stretch and expand around whatever you put it in or whatever you put in it, right? So they use sort of a futuristic mesh here that's very elastic, and I like it. It feels good. Another one of these things that's just nice materials and feels good. And then this pocket in the front, which I don't know, it's just nice to use every time. It's thoughtful and it's well designed and it's easy. Honestly, it's invisible. It's out of the way. It's easy. Okay, so I'm gonna zip these guys up. In use, I didn't know if this would be really annoying. Most of the time, all I need is my charger and my MacBook, right? But in use, this actually wasn't that annoying at all. You just open it up, you get into it, you've got everything you need. I also tend not to like bags that I have to clip to get into. I would much rather have a single zip or something like that. But I didn't have any problems with that on this bag. I found that it was kind of a delight to use. It wasn't a bummer at all. So now let's turn around on the back of the bag and show you these magnets. How do they work? Nice, strong magnets, and that leather goes all the way over the top. You will love feeling this leather. It's a very nice feel to the leather. I open it up. First of all, you'll see a little zipper in here. I've got a nice little private quick access pocket in there where I've thrown my headphones and a couple pens, okay? Just right in there, out of the way. I have to mention that the liner inside of here, and this is inside all the pockets, is so smooth, and it's a diamond ripstop something or other. I don't know what it is, but it feels almost like it has like a slippery coating on it, even though it's totally dry. And that just, it makes a little subtle difference. That little material choice makes this feel quality beyond what it might actually be. Just one of those great little material decisions to line that in there with that stuff. Then I've got through this little pouch right here, my MacBook Pro. Fits right in, goes all the way down. Let me see what my, it is not, yeah, it is. It's protected from the bottom of the bag by a solid, you know, 3/4 of an inch or something like that. Goes in and out, slides very easily, fits very easily. My 15-inch fits like a glove. Two more little final items here. One, you've got straps on either side that are like sort of tethered down. So anything you needed to clip onto the bag, you could do that. For a little bit there, I actually carried my water bottle by putting it through this guy and just clipped it on. But honestly, when it was heavy, I just didn't like that it was carrying and flopping off the side of the bag. It just didn't feel ideal at all. So I just opted for putting it inside the bag. But underneath there, you do have a place where you can clip stuff on. And then underneath here, you also have a way that you can actually clip this closed. So it stays closed. If the zippers like accidentally come down, or if someone, you know, dickhead friend or something that's always going, hey, how's your backpack, lame-o? Like always doing that, you can still have this thing clipped up so it won't come down unless you like intentionally go in there and directly unclip it. Okay, another view on that just so you know it clips closed. Now let's talk about some other bags you should look at in comparison to this. I've got a list of my favorite daily carry bags over at bagworks.co. That's my website where I kind of keep all of these reviews and all of my thoughts and like my big lists of like, here's the daily carries you should look into. So head to bagworks.co and you'll see my like daily carry buyer's guide, or my favorite daily carry bag list, my current recommendations, whatever you'd prefer over there. This bag is so interesting. It is such an interesting bag. I have to say, I absolutely love the kinds of thoughtful decisions that they're making. They're just like the unique shit that they're doing. So if this bag interests you at all, if it's speaking to you, if it's speaking your language, if it's the right look for you, I'm telling you that this has like it's like everything's right about it, except for that one thing where this bows out like that. And on it, and like I think it's not a deal breaker. I think it's not a deal breaker for the most part, because if you're buying it because it's like it looks good, it feels great, it's got all the right pockets and stuff like that, you're already stoked. This is a bummer though. Future materials, future design, future everything on this bag. I really dig it, and hopefully they fix that in the future. RYU, if you fix it, reach out to me, let me know, send me one so I can show the people. I gotta show the people. In fact, if they do update that, I'm just gonna mention it right here in this video. I'm gonna have a link below that's gonna say updated, and hopefully they do. RYU, that's my challenge to you, because I'm sure they're like, maybe they're like, no, we intend to do that. We want like a thin, rigid, very thin, very rigid, hard thing going up against our people's backs when they carry. That's what we prefer. Slightly possible that that's what they're going for. But in the case that they're like, yeah, we didn't know it was gonna do that, or we just noticed that later on after we got through prototyping and stuff, we've updated it now. Now here's the version of it without that. Okay, if they've done that, then that is in the link below. Check it out. I have been Chase Wardman Reeves. This was the RYU, what is it, the Locker pack, a 24-liter bag. I've got so many reviews that I do, and I do them regularly. They're not that unentertaining. Subscribe to this channel if you dig it. And if you purchase this bag, or any of the bags that you find on my channel, please use my links in the description or at bagworks.co, because honestly, it helps support the channel. It's just like, that's what I'm doing for like making money right now. And if you do that, it supports the channel. I really appreciate you. It is at no cost to you. It just adds a few bucks to me. me and helps these companies know that like they should work with me to help them sell their bags, because all I do is tell the truth about shit. You know, you go to a bag website and it's like this RYU bag is a perfect candidate of just like, you go there, it's all pictures of the outside of the bag. There's no sense of what it's like to carry this bag. There's no sense of the innovation that you have in this bag, because they're just like clean, minimal, modern. This is the RYU pack. Are you interested? And then you're like going away. Like, I can't tell if I'm interested or not. I like to do these videos, so hopefully they're helpful to you to like actually see before you buy. All right, y'all, thanks for paying attention. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will answer any of your questions that I can below in the comments. I will get to as many as I possibly can, so ask good questions. And other than that, be your goddamn self. Make good choices, but be yourself, all right? Let them out to play. Come on. See you guys. Bye. Bagworks.co. JaceReeves.net. Those are the websites.
I guess those are the websites. Yeah, he's wanting us to, I guess, go check out what he's up to or something like that. Yeah, looks nice.